Hello students, so this is Aishwarya from Question Club. So today what we are going to see is environmental issues. So what are the environmental issues we are going to face and what are their effects and what are their solutions? So environmental issues. So what is the environmental issues? So human population size has been grown in the past few centuries over the 100 years. So this means this increase in food, water, home, electricity, roads, automobiles and numerous other commodities, the resources has to be matched. These demands are exerting tremendous pressure on our natural resources and also contributing to pollution of air, water and your soil. So the need for the hour to check in the degradation and depletion of our precious natural resources and pollution without halting the process of development. So what are the pollution? It is going to be caused in the air, water and soil bodies. We are going to see it. So pollution. So what is meant by pollution? It is an undesirable change in either it could be your physical, chemical or it could be the biological characteristics of your air, water or land or soil. So agents that bring some changes that could cause these desirable changes in these water bodies or soil or air, they are called as your pollutants. So in order to control the environmental pollution, what is going to happen? So the government of India, they have passed the Environmental Protection Act in the year 1986 to protect and improve the quality of our environment, mainly your air, water and soil bodies in which all the organisms are dependent upon. So first what we are going to see is air pollution and what are their control and effects. So what is air pollution is mainly? So we are dependent upon air for our respiratory needs. Yes, so we respire oxygen and we leave out carbon dioxide. And what is oxygen, carbon dioxide? Everything it is going to be present in the atmosphere. So we are going to respire that air. So air pollutants cause injury to the living organism. What happens if the air is polluted? We are going to again breathe in the infected or the polluted air. They reduce the growth and yield of crops and cause premature death of the plants. Do only human beings respire air? No, even the plants are going to respire air. So when the air is polluted, all the organisms in the ecosystem or the environment is going to be affected. So what happens if the plant is breathing the polluted air? What happens is to do that, it leads to the premature death of the plants. So air pollutants also deleteriously affect the respiratory system of your humans and animals. Harmful effects depend on the concentration of pollutants, duration of exposure and the organism. So smokestacks of the thermal power plants, smelters and other industries release particulate and gaseous air pollutants together with harmless gases such as your nitrogen, oxygen, etc. So these pollutants must be separated, filtered out before releasing the harmless gas into the atmosphere. So these are several ways of removing the particulate matter from that. So the most widely used is your electrostatic precipitator method. Okay. So what they'll do is they remove nearly about 99% of the particulate matter from that. So present in the exhaust from a thermal power plant. So it has electrode wires will be there and that are maintained at several thousand volts and which produce the corona that releases your electrons. And these electrons attach to the dust particles, giving them a net negative charge, and that is how it becomes your electrostatic becomes your negative charge. Now the collecting plates are grounded and attract the charged dust particles, and the velocity of air that lies between the plates must be low enough to allow the dust to fall. And you will have a scrubber that can remove the gases like your sulfur dioxide. So in the scrubber, what happens is that you have the exhaust that is passed through a spray of water or lime. So recently we have realized that dangers of this particulate matter that are very small and cannot be removed by your precipitates. So according to Central Pollution Central Board, that is your CPCB, particulate size of 2.5 micrometers or less in diameter are responsible for causing the greatest harm to human beings. So these fine particulates can be inhaled deeply into the lungs, and what happens is that it causes breathing and respiratory symptoms. So you'll have irritation, inflammation and damage to the lungs, and even the premature deaths would have happened. So this is your diagram. So where your clean air goes out. So how this happens is that you have a scrubber and the particulate matter are settled down, and your dirty air comes in with the particulate air, it gets mixed up, and you have water, lime and spray. So you have a dirty air when this dust particles are removed, and it becomes your negatively charged wire and clean air goes out. So next, if you see, automobiles are the major cause of your air pollution, at least mainly in the metro cities. So as the number of vehicles increase in the streets, this problem is now shifting to the other cities too. So proper maintenance of automobile with the use of lead-free petrol and diesel. So this is which is main, lead-free petrol and diesel can reduce the pollutants they emit. Catalytic converters having expensive metals, namely your platinum, palladium and rhodium as the catalyst, they will be fitted into the automobiles for reducing the emission of poisonous gases. So as the exhaust passes to the catalytic converter, what happens is that unburned hydrocarbons all will be converted into carbon dioxide. Will become unburned hydrocarbons into your carbon dioxide and water. So and carbon monoxide and nitric oxide will be changed to carbon dioxide and nitrogen gas respectively. So carbon monoxide and nitric oxide will change to carbon dioxide and nitrogen. So motor vehicles equipped with catalytic converter, there should be unleaded petrol must be there. In the petrol inactivates the catalyst. So next we are going to see what is noise pollution. So reduction of noise in our industries can be affected by use of sound absorbent materials or by muffling noise. Again, this noise pollution will be caused by all your automobiles and majorly your industries. So stringent following laws laid down in relation to noise like delimitation of horn-free sounds around the hospitals and schools must be provided. Why it is so? Because our human ear can hear only up to a minimal decibel. So when it is reached your maximum, always when you are hearing sound, it could result in various depression and hearing problems also. So crackers, loudspeakers, timings of which loudspeakers cannot be played. So these can, everything could cause your noise pollution, and they need to be enforced to protect ourselves from noise pollution. So hope you are clear with the topic what we have discussed today. So stay tuned, connect with us for more videos. Thank you.